Hello and welcome to today's episode. My name is Ian Witherspoon, and I am at Benito's. So, boys, here we are at a new place.
Mm-hmm.
Same show, same faces. How you guys doing?
Wonderful.
I hear your grandpa owns this place.
No.
that's
Your
not
uncle?
true.
No.
Your cousin?
No.
Oh. Just a fellow Italian, huh?
Oh yeah, fellow
okay.
Italian.
All right, well, that's good.
You gotta love Italians.
Well,
We're at
okay.
Benito's. Oh, I encourage people to come out to Benito's Pizza.
I don't know where you'd stand, but you can come on out.
Come on to
else,
Benito's
you know, we
Pizza, get some
encourage-
pizza.
Oh, yeah, sure.
I mean,
do
it's
that.
great. The big Benitos, they're just great. They're tremendous.
Big
Oh, yeah.
Benitos.
They're very, very good here. This is a very good restaurant.
Sam and Ann
encourage you-
approved.
Yep, Sam and Ann approved.
I encourage a lot of you guys to come out.
Actually,
to
between
Benito's
Taormina
Pizza.
approved.
There
Well,
you
I
go.
haven't had one yet, so my stamp's not on there.
Yeah, you'll love it.
Okay,
Don't
I'll
worry.
take your word for it.
Mhm.
All right,
Love
boys. Enough kissing up to Benito's here. Let's get down to some sports talk and later Whitney, Houston, because for lack of a better term, there's nothing to talk about in February. So let's start with a little Lynn Diesel, LINsanity. Jeremy Lin, point guard for the New York Knicks. We're going to move into some college basketball. Big matchup between MSU and OSU last weekend, and Oakland, go Grizzlies, and my favorite team, IPFW. And then we'll get to the Houston stuff, okay? All right, so let's start with Lynn Diesel. Guys, my question to you is, what he's done has obviously been quite impressive, right? Dropping 38 on the
38 on the
Lakers.
Lakers, yep.
Can he keep it up?
If you look at it, I think.
Or not can he keep it up? Because
I don't know
is
if
he for real?
I
Is he
don't
for
know
real?
if he can, because if you look at it, if you look at Carmelo Anthony and Amari Stoudemire are going to come back. I mean, like, and then what's going to happen after that? Can those three get along? You know, like, I'm not worried about about Stoudemire as much as I'm worried about Carmelo, because usually Carmelo is a ball hog.
Right.
I mean, like, if you look at it, the LINsanity, you know what I mean? A lot of people are happy about it. It's excited about it. It's a new image to the NBA, but I think they're looking at. I think it could be. The next few weeks are going to really be telling about the New York Knicks season.
You are
Call
aware
Pee Wee
that before he went on the streak that he did, they were considering cutting him.
Yeah,
Yes.
he was
They-
cut by Golden State.
He was cut by Golden State. The Knicks were looking into cutting him
Yeah.
before he went on that hot streak. This is just a typical, I'll just prove to another team what I can do, and he's done very, very good for the Knicks. He's dropped 38 on the Lakers. That doesn't happen very often.
Lakers are a good defense.
Kobe Bryant asked, who in the heck was this kid? This Lynn kid, they're comparing him to Tim Tebow. I don't think it's fair to compare him to Tebow just yet because he's done very well in 5 games.
It's just 5 games. Let's look at it. They're ranked competition now before the Lakers. They played the Nets. They played the Wizards. They played the
They played the Pistons.
Timberwolves.
They played some bad teams. Minnesota's a good team though,
I don't know.
these are against nobodies. And then what they did to the Lakers, especially when they have Gasol and Bynum.
And that was his biggest game.
Are you kidding me? 38 points? Are you kidding me?
You know who I compare him to?
What?
Brennan Bosch. Remember when
Brennan
Brennan
Bosch
Bosch came in when Guillen or whoever went out?
Mm-hmm.
First half of the season or whatever, from April or from May till the All-Star break, he was batting .342.
Yep.
Well,
let's
12
look at
home runs.
Let's look at it from this perspective as well. I mean, the New York Knicks did not have a true point guard. Jeremy Lin is starting to fill that role as that true point guard.
Right.
And you're looking at Mike D'Antoni offense. When he was in Phoenix, he had Steve Nash.
Right.
Jeremy Lin could play the role of Steve Nash.
Who else?
You think so? You really think they could play? He can play like Steve Nash?
Yeah, they can. I think if you look
The Knicks
at
play no defense.
I know they
Bottom
don't play
line is they
defense.
don't play no defense. They're not a very good team, especially on the defensive side. Offensively, yeah, they're good. I can get that. But defensively, they're nothing. D'Antonio's never been a good defensive coach, and he never will be. Never will be.
Oh, well,
You're not
if
a
you
Knicks
look
fan,
at
are
it,
you?
Phoenix might need to
Bingo.
score. Oh, if you look at it, New York might need to score 120 at times just to win games.
See, I mean, what do you call the Knicks?
Team, we surrender.
They surrender every game, right?
All right.
Not
Especially
lately.
in the days of Isaiah.
What about this, though? The Knicks like to run old school pick and roll offense, right?
Yeah.
What if you have your Jeremy Lin and our friend Amari, right?
Yeah.
That's how Phoenix made a living with
Right.
Steve Nash and
Steve
Amari,
Nash and
right?
Amari, yeah.
They're pretty decent.
Right.
They didn't win anything.
Right.
But they made the playoffs every year.
Right.
They sold their place out.
Defense wins championships, though, and Phoenix did not play defense. I don't see New York not playing.
I don't see them winning a championship, but can they gain some respectability in the NBA again?
They
I mean,
can't.
the Knicks have kind of been, you know.
Well, they made the playoffs last year.
Yeah, but
The Eastern
what were
Conference
they?
is bad.
They had Chauncey Billups too, you know.
Well,
Chauncey
I think
Billups
that was
is
one
a
of the
great
worst letting goes of all. They let Chauncey Billups go. You look at it, Chauncey Billups is gone. The teams have made him better.
Yeah.
You know, and unfortunately, with Chauncey this year, he tore his ACL out for the season. God bless Chauncey's soul. But
And his ankle.
and his ankle. But
Achilles.
it's really sad. But I also think. But then, what are you going to do with Carmelo Anthony? What are you going to do with him?
Well,
Carmelo Anthony is just like LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, all selfish players.
I think Carmelo needs to buy in.
I think he does.
Because if you look at it, since he's been in college, he hasn't won a darn thing either.
And if you look at the trade with Denver, also
He won in Syracuse.
I said since college, yeah.
You look at the trade with Denver, the Knicks have had a losing record. A losing record since he's gotten there. And he is not the same player.
No.
Let's look at it from that much here. You can't, if you want to be a star in New York, look what Jeremy Lin's done. He got in his first game, he got a chance of MVP.
You want to be a star in New York, you chance Spike Lee.
It's because Knicks fans are idiots.
Yeah,
I do agree on that. Knicks
Good.
fans are idiots.
Good.
Yeah, I agree.
All right, so let's close with Jeremy Lin on this. I don't want to know, can they win a championship?
They won't win.
I
They
don't want
won't.
to know if he can drop 38 a night on the elite teams. I want to know, can he give us or give the Knicks 15 points and 7 to 9 assists a night
No.
No.
consistently? No?
No.
No.
So he's a flash in the pan, wham bam, thank you ma'am type guy.
Basically, if you look at it, I know fantasy teams have picked up Lin, and you know what I mean. They're going to try to ride him, but I think Lin is a recipe for disaster waiting to happen in New York.
No. End of story.
Okay. We come back, we're going to talk college basketball here on Between Taorminas.
From Benito's Pizzeria.
On ONTV.
Did you know that you can watch ONTV on the web? How cool is that? Just surf on over to www.orionontv.org to watch your favorite on-TV show. A service of Orion Neighborhood Television.
Orion Neighborhood Television has been your community connection for the last 20 years. From local concerts and sports to resident-made original programming, we are the voice of Lake Orion. Featuring a large professional studio, ONTV can provide you with the tools you need to make a quality program. Our staff is knowledgeable, friendly, and eager to help with your program success. Your voice, your community, on TV.
Can ONTV really be a part of Orion's history? Can a 100-year-old school be moved and preserved?
ONTV, a part of Orion's history since 1986.
Okay. Welcome back to Between Taorminas, live from, well, we're not live, but we're filming this live from Benito's, located
It's right
on the
near
glorious
Applebee's.
M24, right by Atwater, next to the Thai place in Applebee's. That's where we are, and that's where you should be too. Boys, let's get to Oakland IPFW first.
Hey.
Big win for OU. Sad loss for your team. Sorry, bud.
Well, let's look at it from
team.
Let's look at it from
We're
this
not his team.
perspective. I mean, like, with I know that I now have to re-apologize to Oakland's 3-point defense. You know what I mean?
Camera's right there.
I have to re-apologize to Oakland's 3-point defense.
Look,
But
say I'm sorry.
anyway,
I'm
it
sorry.
was a good win. It was a good win for Oakland. I mean, like, you know, they played terrible. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, like, but still, you know, it's still a good win for them. You know, and I think this win can help them heading into the Summit League tournament.
Any win is good, no matter how they play. At this point, this is about seeding in the tournament. You've got
to defend your home court.
That's true. You've got to defend your home court. Both teams didn't play very well. IPFW's been struggling all year. They are struggling to get into the tournament right now. They're fighting to get into the tournament. I know that's got to make you happy.
It makes me delighted.
Anyways, this is about seeding right now. And if you look at where Oakland's seeding is, Oakland is right now the 4th seed, pending what happens with the outcome. North Dakota State is the 3rd seed, and North Dakota State has 2 games where they can lose. And if that happens, Oakland could become the 3rd seed.
Jump up.
Yep, and in the history of the 3rd seed, Oakland has done very, very well as the 3rd seed, but you always got to be careful in that tournament. The 6th seed typically does very well against the 3 seed. It hasn't happened as of late, but it has happened in the past, and
Well, let's look
you got to be very careful.
Well, let's look at it. You know, like a lot of upsets always happen in that tournament. I mean, like, let's look at it in women's last year with Oakland over Oral Roberts. I mean, like,
Yeah, and women.
You know, and then of course, a few years back in the men, you had South Dakota State upsetting Oral Roberts. I mean,
Yep.
like, upsets can happen.
I agree with you that upsets can happen. It's just, I look at this history of the 3rd seed, other than Oakland, who has done very well as the 3rd seed. They've went to the finals in 08-09 as the 3rd seed. Usually, whoever's been the 3rd seed hasn't done very well, with the exception of Oakland.
Oakland went to the Summit League Championship as the 3rd seed.
And usually the 3rd seed is the most prone to getting upset because usually the 6th seed is usually pretty good. And the 6th seed is, you know, you've got a race going on between who's the 3rd seed all the way to the 6th seed.
Well, Summit League race this year is very tough. You know, got Oral Roberts, South Dakota State, North Dakota State, Oakland. You know what I mean? There's like this logjam between 3 and 9 in the Summit. I mean, like if you,
I don't agree with that.
I think that there's a lot of parity in the Summit right now. If you look at it,
I got a
you know,
question
heck,
for
even
you.
Oral Roberts is vulnerable.
I got a
Dang,
question.
right there.
Who do you like more, Oral Roberts or IPFW? Between your 2 favorite teams. Which
Oh,
one's your
they
all-time
play each
favorite?
other this week.
They play each other.
You're an Oral Roberts guy, aren't you?
Well, every
Yeah.
expertise picks Oral Roberts. I mean, could pick Oral Roberts or IPFW.
You know, on a side note, getting away from this matchup, right now, do you remember how we discussed earlier how OU and Detroit Mercy should play?
Yeah,
Mhm.
I don't think OU wants that matchup right now.
I think they do.
Titans been playing good basketball.
Well, then again, you have a guy who can go out and score 40 points like Reggie Hamilton tonight.
Oakland
true.
can beat Detroit. Bottom line, if you really think Detroit's that good, you're crazy.
I don't know if they're that good, and I
You're
may be
thinking
crazy.
they're good,
I
aren't
think they're
you?
pretty good.
You
they're
think
not.
they are. They're
Detroit
not
is-
good at all.
Let's look at it from this split in the heart. Detroit is not that good. I mean, like, a lot of people are hyping up Detroit, seeing how good they are. I got 2 teams I think that can really beat Detroit. That teams are named Valparaiso and Cleveland State.
What about Butler? Butler can
Butler
beat
won't beat
Detroit.
them.
Wait,
No,
didn't
Butler can beat Detroit. Butler has beaten Detroit.
Didn't
They
Detroit
lost to
beat
Hinkle
Butler?
to Detroit.
Didn't Detroit beat Butler this year?
Yeah, they beat them at Hinkle.
Well,
But I think if the 2 teams I
Didn't
think
they
that
beat
can
them at
Detroit,
Callahan?
I think the
I
2
don't know.
teams
I
that
don't
can
know
beat
where they beat 'em.
I think the 2 teams that can beat Detroit are Cleveland State and Valparaiso and Valpo. Valpo, of course, lost to Oakland. You know what I mean? So those are the 2 teams, in my opinion, that have the best chance of knocking off Detroit.
I think that Detroit is overrated. I think that Detroit is not, you know, they have McCallum, but, you know, I really think if they want to go to bat so badly. They should play Oakland first in Rochester, then go to Detroit, restart the series. If you think Detroit's that much better than Oakland, then Detroit should restart the series with Oakland and see who is the best team.
I agree.
I'd like to see it.
We all do. Detroit needs to get their act together.
And stop acting like babies and get the series back up.
All right. Well, it's Cooler Jets. Cooler Jets. MSU OSU. One hell of a game, huh? Good game.
I got to applaud Tom Izzo. I really do. I really got to applaud Tom Izzo. Putting the best game plan he could think of on Jared Sullinger all night. I mean, like,
take the ball out of his hands.
The ball out of his hands, make Aaron Kraft virtually nothing. You make Buford look like he's nothing. You know what I mean? I mean, like, that is just, everything was perfect in Tom Izzo's world. You know what I mean? But let's look at it from the, Michigan State still got a brutal schedule. They still got to play Wisconsin. They got to play at Minnesota, at Purdue, and then they got to play Ohio State again at Breslin.
This gives Michigan State a lot of confidence right now. I mean, they are tied with Ohio State for the Big Ten lead. This gives them, to go into Columbus, snap that winning streak. Handily, yes. Yep. I mean, if you looked at Izzo's game plan with Sullinger, he had Payne and he had Nix.
Yep.
They both played tremendous. They both played phenomenal. And it gives Michigan State confidence because Ohio State's got to go to Breslin in front of the Izzone, in front of that hostile crowd.
Last game of the year, right?
Yes, it's the last game of the year. I cannot see Ohio State winning in East Lansing with those fans.
It's going to be a dogfight.
At Michigan State,
they won't win there.
They won't. I don't think. It's going to be a tough challenge for Ohio State because you look at Michigan. I'll use Michigan for example, though I don't think Michigan is as good. Right. I think that Michigan beat Michigan State at Michigan, but you saw how Michigan State manhandled.
Yeah.
They manhandled Michigan.
They did.
I just cannot see Ohio State going into East Lansing and taking down the Spartans. I think the Big Ten championship, the regular season titles is all for Michigan State to lose. Ohio State is the best team.
If you look at this too, if you look at it in the NCAA tournament, if Michigan State beats a top 3 team in the country, guess where they've gone to? Final Four.
That's true.
I think they can be a Final Four team this year.
All right, good stuff. Let's hope so. And let's hope you'll tune in for segment 3 of Between Taorminas when we come back.
Can ONTV really change the way you see Orion? Can a community hold a talent show to raise mental health awareness?
ONTV, a part of Orion's history since 1986. Video classes are now enrolling. Call 248-693-3377 to reserve your seat today. A service of Orion Neighborhood Television. This is you, and this is your community. You have a great idea, but how do you get that idea to your community? ONTV has your answer. You see, ONTV is a part of your community. We help you get your idea on cable, so everyone you know will learn about your great idea. So, what are you waiting for? Get your idea on cable and into your community. Get your idea on TV.
Welcome back to Between Taorminas here on Orion Neighborhood Television from the lovely Benito's Pizzeria. Somebody died over the weekend, and her name was Whitney Houston.
Yes.
She had some issues, obviously, with substance abuse.
Mm-hmm. She did have a great sports. She did sing the national anthem.
She had a great sports moment. What was it, 91?
I think it was Super Bowl. I think it was 93. Super Bowl
92, was it?
93.
91.
91, 92, 93,
91.
Okay, 91. Summer hailing that as the best national anthem, Star Spangled Banner performance ever.
Many
Nice.
high schools still have that.
Right.
I mean,
And Sunday night, the Pistons played that
Mhm.
song over the loudspeakers for their national anthem
Mhm.
against the Wizards before they got spanked.
yeah.
Yeah, that was sad.
Well,
But thoughts on Miss Houston?
well, there's a lot of speculation about what happened to Whitney Houston. They did release the autopsy reports that she did drown
Right.
in her bathtub, and that there was reportedly Xanax, and that she was drinking. And obviously, when you combine Xanax and alcohol, it knocks you out. And
Yeah.
you know, it's just it's a shame because I mean, you look at all these other singers. You look at Michael Jackson. You
Yeah.
look at Amy Winehouse. You
Yeah.
look at, you know, all these stories with. The issue is starting to become prescription drugs,
Right.
and a lot of overdosing prescription drugs. I mean, it's a dang shame that, you know, she was 48 years old,
Yeah.
and that the last 10 years of her life is going to be remembered for, you know, the drugs.
Right.
And I mean, it's just a dang shame because she had such a great voice,
Yeah.
and then she let herself take drugs, and it kind of hurt her voice.
Abuse.
And abuse
of drugs,
you know.
yeah.
So
Whitney,
it's just-
I mean, like, well, Whitney Houston, everybody's gonna know for her voice and the great voice she sung at the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? But this was a girl, this was a powerful woman in the music industry that really, if you look at the minds of young girls now today, I mean, like, you know, the people want to grow up and be like her, young singers. I mean, like, if you look at it, you know, I mean, like. Drugs have been a problem for so many people, especially in the entertainment world. I mean, like, it's just, you know, it's also occurring in the sports world, of course, with Josh Hamilton.
Right.
But it's just like, why are people taking drugs to just make them better? You know what I mean? I mean, like, you know, and here with the case of Whitney Houston, Whitney she felt so depressed, you know what? And then, like, you know, she needed to take Xanax for anxiety, and then why would you know what I mean, like, you open yourself up, you know what I mean, to dangerous times whenever depression hits, and I think that's what happened here with Whitney Houston.
Yeah.
It's just a shame.
You know, the money, the power, the opportunities, you know, the temptations are all there.
Whitney
Especially for
had
somebody.
the money, she had everything.
No,
Well,
she didn't.
that's-
She was running broke.
She was.
Yes.
Well, when you get to that pedestal, you know, that's kind of when the temptation sets in with the drugs and the alcohol. And
It's
the
just a
abuse.
shame.
It is, you know, and
It's just a shame.
last 10 years of her life, she really wasn't too active in the music industry, which was, you know, a waste of talent.
She had a very tough marriage too, and
To Bob Brown.
Bob Brown. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, rest in peace, Whitney, and you know,
Your memory lives on, Whitney, especially with the national anthems at various sports.
And other various songs such as "I Will Always Love You."
there you go. The what was that movie? The Bodyguard.
The Bodyguard.
Bodyguard.
And Kevin Costner.
Oh, yeah.
Sure, sure. Okay, so for our question of the day, we have a special guest. Come on up. Come on up. Come on up. Give me my mic right here. Come on. Come on over. Here he comes, Patrick Cronin.
How you doing, Sam?
Yeah, thanks.
Question of the day for you boys is about Randy Moss. Can he still contribute in the NFL? And more specifically, will the Patriots consider taking him back?
Grow up, you lost, okay? Get over it.
First of all, here's a good thing here of why Randy Moss. I think Randy Moss will eventually be back with the Patriots because of
Oh, good
this
Lord.
reason. Nobody wants him.
So the Patriots.
The Patriots will take him back. I mean, like, if you look at it, Randy Moss will be so disappointed and crying. I mean, like, Randy Moss will be so disappointed that nobody wants him. And then, of course, he'll be crying back. He'll be going like, please, Bill, Robert Kraft, Bill Belichick, please take me back. I mean, like, so I can see him as a Patriot, but I also can see him as a member of course, Rex Ryan, and the Jets, Jets.
You're related to him.
Sadly, yes.
You're his brother.
Yeah.
Crying out loud.
Wow.
Ay,
Okay.
ay, ay.
Randy Moss going back. Randy Moss Do I see him going to the Patriots? First of all, does New England want him back?
No.
He has a lot of bridges with New England.
That he burned.
Yeah, that he burned. I don't know if New England be willing to welcome him back with open arms. As do I see him returning to the NFL? I can see him coming back. I don't think he's going to be the player that he used to be. I've heard from his agent from ESPN and through his agent that
His agent didn't call you?
no,
Oh.
that 3 teams are interested in him.
Were they in the NFL
Yes,
or high school teams?
NFL.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All
they're
right.
in the NFL.
All right.
And that so I think it's possible for him to come back. Now the question is, was one of those 3 teams the Patriots? If it was, then they would look into wanting to bring him back.
You know,
But
agents say that a lot. You know, there's
That's true.
interest.
You're right.
Agents are fools.
I've
though.
got one name for you. Okay. T.O.
Terrell Owens,
Yeah.
Team obliterator.
What did he do this past year?
he didn't play this
He
year.
sat on his
He
couch.
sat
Yeah,
out.
on his couch.
No one wanted him.
Nope.
I see Randy Moss as even less. I think Randy Moss has less in the tank than Terrell Owens.
I think
quite
so.
honestly.
Well, everybody's saying the same thing about Kevin Smith, and look what Kevin Smith did.
Yeah, he wasn't able to sustain it, and the only
Right.
reason he came back was because the Lions were at a
Right.
desperate point. You know?
Right.
So I'm gonna say no there, Pat.
Yeah, I'm
no.
gonna say no either.
Sam, you
I'm
think the
gonna-
Jets?
I think the Jets.
They're just gonna hoard and collect washed-up receivers?
Yes.
Okay.
And I think they're going to get Peyton Manning, too.
You think the Jets
You
get
think
paid?
the
I
Jets
think the
get
Jets
Peyton
are going to
Manning?
get Peyton Manning, yes. I think the Jets are going to get, mark my words, Peyton Manning become a member of the New York Jets.
You are fascinated with the Jets. aren't
Quickly,
you?
who do you think Peyton Manning goes to?
do I think?
Early predictions here.
I think he might. I think he's gonna go with the Redskins.
Redskins?
I can see him going to the Redskins.
You know who I say?
Where?
Cowboys.
What about 49ers?
That'd scare me.
That's possible.
It is very possible. I think it's the Cowboys.
You just
It's
don't
a
like Tony
bold out of the
Romo.
box thing. No, I don't like Tony Romo. I don't like the Cowboys, but
Yeah.
Jerry Jones needs to do something. You
Mhm,
know, get
yeah.
that franchise going again. Okay. Any final remarks? Last words?
I do. I got apparently to what I've heard, I've got. What do you think about the movie Avatar?
Never seen it.
You've never seen it.
No.
You know that you are aware that you've got. I heard it's a pretty good movie.
Yeah.
I heard that I would like to debate an Avatar.
Debate Avatar.
I like to debate an Avatar. Yes, I think it'd be good.
Does that mean I have to watch it?
You have to watch the debate. Yeah.
How about how I say why I won't watch Avatar?
Why won't you watch Avatar?
That'll be for the debate.
well,
Yeah.
I'd like to see an Avatar come on the show and debate with us.
Oh. Well,
I
that
think
would
it'd be
hard
good.
to-
We got some great characters on the show.
If there are any avatars out there watching our show, call Joe at ONTV. Sam?
I also
Final words.
my final words are this: Gary Pat
Oh,
Caputo
boy.
or Gary Bettman. I haven't heard from you. You know, I mean, like a lot of people are saying, you know what I mean? Gary Bettman, you have to investigate the Detroit Red Wings right now. Please investigate them. They're doing something illegal.
Pat Caputo, come on the air. You live right down the road. Thank you for watching Between Taorminas. God love you all.
On ONTV.
From Benito.